No pressure, huh? These poker faces are ice cold, especially you, Frank. Don't you ever have to blink? You weirdo. Alright, well, I'm all in. Let's see him. Let's see him, guys. Aha! Looks like I win again. Better luck next time, guys. Listen, if anyone asks, we were just having a tea party, alright? Nothing else. No gambling. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft, playing Feed the Beast Infinity. I was looking through a couple of the different items that you can make in here, and I came across some playing cards. Let me just toss my winnings in here. But I came across some playing cards that you can make, so naturally, the first thing that came to my head was playing poker with a bunch of stuffed animals, right? I mean, that's just a natural thought, right? At least I think so. But it's actually a really cool mod that adds these different decorations and the animals and the teacups and the cards and everything. It's called DecoCraft. Let me look it up here real fast. Here we go. Here's most of the things down here, but you can see it has a lot of stuff in it. It has some really cool decorations that you can use in your world. It has things like a park bench, you've got a telescope, a snowman. What else is there? A bunch of different barrels. Got different signs that you can label places if you want to make like a role-playing kind of city, or maybe a city for villagers or something. It has a whole bunch of really cool stuff in it. And some of it is kind of almost too detailed and it would be kind of out of place if you put it in a Minecraft world, but a lot of it is actually really cool, and I could definitely see using it later on. And it's pretty easy to build the things. Most of it's built out of like this clay. Let me look at one real fast here. If I look at the cow here, and we go to, it's made out of these clays, and they're all basically made the same way. They use sand and dirt, and then you just put a type of dye with it, a colored dye, and it gives you a ton of the clay stuff, so it's really easy to make. And they're all made of the different types of clays and the different building ways, but yeah, pretty awesome. And I can definitely see using a lot of those different types of things in later builds in this world, just to add some detail to things, and they're pretty fun, and pretty good amount of detail on them too. Like, these cards are actually really good for what you would expect out of something in Minecraft, for not having much room to work with for the artists, so pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll definitely be using several of those things from that mod later on in my builds. And speaking of building, we did just recently find this new spot for our base, and I'm going to be building that later on, although I don't want to have too much focus on building in this mod pack. Let me turn my jetpack on. I don't want to focus too much in these episodes on building since we're playing modded Minecraft. I feel like most of our time should be doing, like, checking out the mods and all of the different things you can see that's like new and isn't in vanilla. So if I'm going to be building the base, it's going to be kind of here and there in the episodes and between different cuts and between different episodes. So I don't want that to be too much of a focus. Aha, so I found out what all of these like shiny flowers are for in our world. At first I thought this Botania mod, or Botania, however it's pronounced, I thought it was specifically a mod added just to do world generation and kind of add some more flora to the world and some more greenery. But, come to find out, if I break these, and I put them in my crafting area here, you can see it makes mystical pink petals, and I can actually use those. If I click U on there, you can see we can make a flower pouch, we can make blocks, but we can also make these other things, like Wand of the Forest. I don't know what this is for yet, but there are a whole bunch of different types, and I'm not sure if it's just so you can have different color variations or if each of these is different, but there are a lot of different types you can see. And later on, you can see there's other things, like a Petal Apothecary here. We have a Mana Spreader, a Pink Unstable Cube, and a Wicked Eye Patch. And I have no idea what most of this stuff is for, but if we check out the Botania mod, you can see all these other things in here, and from what I can tell, we can use these petals to make another type of petal. Let's see if I can find those ones. Here we go. They're mana petals, so if I use these pink ones, I could make these pink mana petals and use those to make other things. Let me see what this is used for. Yeah, a bunch of other blocks here. Again, I don't know what most of these do, but in order to make them, we have to use a mana infuser, or whatever this thing is actually called. Let me see. It should be in our list here. A mana pool. And to make these mana pools, it looks like we need a diluted one. To make these we need living rock, and I have not seen any living rock yet. I have no idea how to get it. I would assume maybe it would be like a stone you would find while you're mining, but I have no clue. If you guys have any idea about this mod or about Botania or how to find living rock, let me know in the comments for sure, because I definitely want to check out this mod pack, but I can't really do much until I find the living rock as far as I can tell, since that's what we need to do the mana infusion with. So as far as this episode goes, I do want to check out a couple different mods, or at least get started on checking out a couple different mods, and one of those being Thaumcraft if I can. So at least for the basics of that, let me get out of here. I don't really need to collect too much more of that. At least for the basics, get out of here, zombie. I do need to get a wand started for that, and I think we're going to need something that looks like a eyeglass. Let me see, I need at least some iron, and I think just a stick. Do I even have any? Oh, I have some in my inventory already. So if I turn these into nuggets, I think I can make caps with these. Alright, so that'll do both ends of the wand, and I think I just put a stick between these. That should work. Yep, awesome. So this is our first basic Thaumcraft wand, which will allow us to gather the viz that's in the air, and the viz is basically just the magical elements that we find on things, and it allows us to cast things, I'm pretty sure. But the next thing that we need is, at least as far as our stepping stones go in Thaumcraft, because it's kind of a progressive mod, we need to get the thing that looks like a lens. I don't remember the name of it. If I look through this really quickly though, I should be able to find it. And what it does is allows us, there we go, so a thermometer or a thermometer, however that's supposed to be pronounced, however the mod pack is, I don't know. I need one of these guys here, because this will actually allow us to check out what kind of elements are in the world and learn about the different pieces of the magic and how other things in Thaumcraft work. But I will need to get one of those made, so I'm going to need the shards for that, and I know for sure that I have some of those down in my mine here. I haven't got them just yet, but I'll need to get those off camera real quick. But yeah, as far as using the actual lens goes, it actually just kind of, you right click on a block and it shows what it's made out of, and it goes into your knowledge pool, I think, and you can use that to research the later parts of Thaumcraft, so it's kind of just the beginning tool for that. So I'm going to go pick up some of the shards I need for that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the shards that we need, and I went ahead and gathered all of the other pieces that we'll need for our first beginning pieces as well. So let me go ahead and get the gold that we need to make the thermometer. I believe that was gold on both sides with glass in the center. And our shards on top and bottom. Yep, there we go. And the other things that I'll need to get going for our starting stuff is, I think we use a wand on a bookshelf, and it should give us our book that teaches us everything. Yep, there we go. So that gives us our Thaumonomicon. just rolls right off the tongue. Thaumonomicon. So this will teach us pretty much everything that we need to know about this mod, or at least help us along our way, I'm pretty sure. So, you can see right here we have our Thaumonomicon. I think the things that are connected are things you kind of have to learn before we can go to the next steps. And everything highlighted should be things that I already know about, or at least that the book will teach me about if I wanted to know about them. So that's cool. The peck. Yeah, wonder what that is. So anyways, the next step that I need to do is start getting the research. So, if I go in here, this should teach us... Yep, we have that already. So next step is we want to get a research table together. And does it tell us about that at all? Workbench, shapeless. So that's how we make our scribing tools, which will be part of our research table. Alright, so I guess it was back in the beginning here. Research table. But I'm pretty sure that is slabs above wood. Let me go ahead and get that. I know we need 2 of them. Yep, there we go. So I need 2 of these tables here, and then I need the feather with the ink, and actually I think it needs a water bottle, so let me get one of those guys. So now if I do feather and ink, there we go, got our scribing tools. So I should be able to... It's kind of just a makeshift base here, but I guess that's alright for now. I'm just going to toss this here, and if I put the scribing tools on there, yep, there we go. We have our full research table with our fancy pants paper going on here. And this should help us with our research if we can start putting things together and testing out different research things. But you can see here on the left we have, I think what these are is like our knowledge or what we have so far. And we can gather more of those using our thermometer or thermometer, whatever. I still don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced, but we have to go around scanning things. And to understand that, you need to know the sources. I think you have to do very basic elements first, like water. Here we go. I should be able to do something like grass. No? Maybe dirt. Might have to be flat dirt. Yep, got that one. Let's do stone. Can I do grass now? No. I'm not sure on the exact order that we have to do these, but I know you have to kind of start from the most basic things in your world and then kind of move up from there. You got sand. Still not on grass or grass blocks. What about trees? No? I'm not quite sure on that. I might have to go through and check a Wikipedia on like what order you're supposed to be doing things or what order you're supposed to scan those. I'm not quite sure just yet. So I've just been going around the world here and trying to find different things that I can start scanning. I'm trying to get more data together for my research here. It's not too much so far, but I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. I'm also trying to get some exploration done in our world here, because there's actually another mod pack, or mod, that I want to check out in our mod pack here, and it's Runic Dungeons, I think it's called? Yeah, Runic Dungeons. And from what I can tell, it's like an alternate dimension that lets you explore dungeons, so that seems really cool, and I definitely want to check that out as soon as we can, although, from what I could tell, you have to find... It's got like a welding mask on. You have to find different pieces for the actual dungeon keys or ways to make the portals into the dungeons, and you have to find those in desert temples or jungle temples, and I haven't found a desert or a jungle yet, so I'm kind of just going around and exploring, working on finding the research points for Thaumcraft, and kind of just trying to get both pieces done, but it'd be pretty awesome if I came across one of those temples and we got to check out the Runic Dungeons while I was also doing this, but I'm not sure if that'll end up happening this episode. I'd have to get pretty lucky on finding that. So I'm just going to keep going around and checking for other Thaumcraft research stuff here. Oh my gosh. Well, if I need any flowers, I know where to go. Man. I kind of feel like this is a glitch or a bug with one of the mods, like maybe Biomes of Plenty. Oh no, it does say in the top right flower field, but wow. I feel like this is just way too many flowers being generated here. This is insane. So many. Can I at least scan some of them maybe? No. Nope. Nope. Alright, well, I just wanted to show you guys this in case it was going to end up being a glitch or something. It's pretty crazy. Imagine building a base in this or something. Well, I didn't get any luck on finding any desert temples or jungle temples, but I did get quite a bit of the research done that I needed, and quite a few different points that we can get. So if I check here on the table, we should have a bunch more stuff now. Yeah, see, I have a bunch of different things in here, and I guess the sparkling ones are ones that I just learned. I'm not really sure what that means when they have the glowing next to them, but now I can start combining these and trying to find other things. Like I think if I do 2 of these and do something, no, nothing. If I do water and earth. Cool, so yeah, that just made life. So I'm going to have to do a lot of combining here and testing things out to learn the other elements and things, but pretty good start so far. And if I check my Thaumonomicon in here, we have a couple different things in here glowing. And I noticed that, so this one says click to get a research note. Huh. But I noticed that those said that you need to have a scribing tool and some paper on you, so I made both of those and put them on me. And I guess that just unlocked it, so now it says to just click it to get the research notes. So let's try research expertise. You already have this research note. Okay, so it added that, so can I read this, or what does this do? No, I can't open it. But maybe it goes in here. What does this do? Oh, I see. Okay, so you click on the one that you want to learn in here. It gives you the piece of paper. You put that in here, and then I guess you have to start combining the elements from the left side here until you fix this, kind of like a puzzle or something. That's kind of interesting. So I should be able to also get this one over here. Awesome. And I'll have to look into exactly how to get these working, since I probably don't have all the right things in here just yet. But also I noticed next to our base here, you can see up in this area here there's nothing special, but if I pull out the thermometer here, or thermometer, you can see a node up there above that tree. So that's cool. This thing actually lets us see the nodes that are around our world, and I should be able to get some research from this. Let's go find out. This should have a bunch of research if I'm correct. Well, it had a lot of points. It didn't have a bunch of different types. It still only has fire and earth, but still pretty awesome. I got a lot of points out of that, and I think the numbers there show how much is in it, so I could put that in my wand if I wanted to. So that's a pretty good start going so far. As far as the research goes, I should probably charge my jetpack. As far as the research goes, though, I probably have quite a bit of work to go, as you can see, just by clicking things together and finding what those make. Or potentially nothing, like we can see. And it still uses them as I do it, so I have to be kind of careful about that. I might end up just checking the wiki just to be sure. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to be wrapping up the episode here. It may not seem like we got a lot done here, but I actually got a lot of things done in Thaumcraft here. I learned a lot of the basics, we got a lot of it started, and I know exactly what I need to do for next time, so I'll be doing all of the research stuff off camera, or at least as much as I can, so I can get everything ready for the next episodes, and we'll do a lot of the other cool stuff in Thaumcraft next time, like making the different wands and doing the other types of magic. But I think we got quite a bit done, and if you didn't know much about Thaumcraft, I think this also gave you a pretty good stepping stone for that as well, so I hope I helped at least some of you out if you are newer to the mod. And yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up here though. So as always guys, thanks for watching, have an excellent day, and see you later.